It's Friday, February the 2nd, and you are listening to the English broadcast of Workers Connect Radio. Let's begin with the headlines. Ministry of Women and Child Development sets standards and protocols for creche at workplaces, and EPFO launches employer rating survey to measure women's participation in labor. Fed up with gender discrimination and unfair labor practices, urban company workers embark on strike in Telangana's Hyderabad. Explosion due to gas leak in pharmaceutical unit in Gujarat's Vadodara kills 3 workers, 2 others still battling for life. Finnish workers bring country to a standstill against proposed cuts on social security and attack on trade union rights. And South Korean government modifies definition of overtime work. Workers can now be subjected to a 21-hour workday. Now news in detail. Ministry of Women and Child Development has issued the National Minimum Standards and Protocol for Creches, Operation and Management, aimed at standardizing and institutionalizing the functioning of creches as mandated under various acts and rules of the Government of India. Further, the Employees Provident Fund organization has initiated an employer rating survey where the agency is seeking details such as formation of internal complaints committee for prevention of sexual harassment at workplace, creche facilities for children, equal pay for equal work, flexible or remote working hours for women, and transportation facilities during late hours. The move has come under severe criticism from trade unions and women organizations as a form of hiding the truth, as most women remain trapped in informal and home-based jobs and out of the ambit of these regulations. Women workers of app-based home service provider Urban Company embarked on strike in Telangana's Hyderabad against wage cuts and gender discrimination by the company. Workers have long been demanding that the company recognize them as employees and not independent contractors. Women engaged in household repair works, beauty treatments, deep cleaning and pest control through Urban Company face constant threat of their user IDs being blocked and payments being stalled, as well as the company charges exorbitant amounts for onboarding and often makes arbitrary cuts on the payments. Similar demands had resulted in a long-drawn dispute with the company in Haryana's Gurgaon and Delhi last year. Another industrial accident in Gujarat's Vadodara has led to death of 3 workers while 2 others are still battling for life. The incident occurred at Onerio Life Care in Ekalbara village of Vadodara around 2 p.m. when a gas leak from the factory led to an explosion where 5 workers were on duty. The inflammable nature of chemicals used in the manufacturing process aggravated the fire incident. The deceased have been identified as Thakur Parmar, Narendra Singh Solanki and Ramesh Padhyar. Mayur Parmar and Bharat Raman Bhai, who were critically injured, are under treatment at a private hospital. Moving on to international news, the first one's from Finland, where the country woke up to the taste of union power. Over 13,000 workers marched the streets of the capital city of Helsinki, and over 3 lakh workers remained on strike across the country, opposing proposed changes in social spending and strike laws. The 2-day strike has been jointly called by the Central Organization of Finnish Trade Unions and the Finnish Confederation of Professionals. The government has proposed new regulations limiting the duration of strikes to a maximum of 1 day, making the first day of sick leave unpaid, and transitioning to an export-led wage model in which export industries will determine the ceiling for wage increases. The last update is from South Korea, where emboldened by the Supreme Court ruling on overtime work, the government has proceeded to modify the definition of overtime work in the country. In December 2023, the Supreme Court had held that any amount of overtime work each day is permissible as long as the weekly total of working hours stay within the legally mandated 52 hours. The government has now changed the definition in line with the controversial judgment, stating that workers can be made to work longer than the 8-hour legal workday till they are allowed their 4 hours and 30 minutes of rest breaks, thereby opening the doors for a 21.5-hour workday. Details about this court ruling can be heard in our broadcast of 29th of December 2023. Workers Connect Radio keeps a close eye on such updates from across the world for you. All our bulletins are also available in Hindi and Bangla without any ads on our YouTube channel Workers Connect Radio. If you wish to receive these updates on your WhatsApp, connect with us on phone number 9811105738. That is all in this bulletin. We'll be back next week with the latest updates from the world of work.